Okay, so here's the prototype that I'm working on. I already have this set up with the tank and the water going through, and here in this blue canister was the filter. And I had water filtering through, and that way the crabs can just hang out in there. My problem was that I don't think I was keeping it cold enough because the water kept rising temperature-wise. So I am trying to create something to cool it. So what I have done is I added a cooler here. And I am going to, I got 20 feet of just half-inch hose in here. I'm going to put a bunch of ice over the top of this, a little bit of water, just create an ice bath and try to cool this down so the crabs will have a lot cooler water. So right now everything's hooked up and the hoses are all done, and I'm going to fire it up and just see if everything works how it's supposed to, and got no leaks and everything's rolling. After that we will add ice and then let it circulate for I don't know how long and see what temperature comes in. So here we go, plug this in. There we go, there's the water coming up through here. It's going through the hose now. Still circulating through the hose. And there it goes out of there. And out it comes. So that will be creating the air that they need. And hopefully it will cool down. So I'm going to have to pause the video for a little bit. I'm going to check and see if there are any leaks. Everything's connected properly. And then we'll go from there. So we got the ice bath going in there. That's a 20-pound bag of ice, and then I put some water in there to create a nice cold ice bath. I am starting with 75 degrees in the tank. That's what the water was. That's at least what the gauge says. So now I'm going to sit there and pump it through and see what happens, see if it cools it down. I was able to get it down to 58 degrees on a different time when I had the cooler even open. So hopefully with the cooler closed it'll hold better and I can get it down maybe down to 50 degrees. We'll see. Alright, and I will get back to you and put this together and see what happens. Here we are 4 hours later, and we're down to about 53, 55 degrees. Hard to tell on the thermometer, but that's where we're down. So that's perfect what we wanted to get to. So I'm going to say this prototype is actually working good. I got a little leak over there right there off a cooler, but anyway, I'm going to rebuild that anyway for a different cooler that's going to be the filter. So I'm going to redo that, but I got a little leak on the silicone. So I'm going to try some different stuff, see if it'll hold better than that. So anyway, overall, good indications. We've got cold water, and I think that at 53 to 55 degrees, they will survive. Alright, this is for all you crabbers out there. I got my 10 Dungeness crab, just put them in there. And I right now have a tank right here. I've got a filter right over here, and I've got a cooling system over here in the cooler. My objective here is to try to keep the water at a cool 55 degrees, and that's what I'm trying to achieve right now. The water temperature right now is at 60, so it is on its way down. I've got an ice bath in here, and I've got 20 feet of hose that goes through round and round and round through here, cools, and then it circulates right back out there. And I'm assuming that the air that they need is created by those air bubbles coming in from the water. Plus I have a pump that is actually putting air inside into the tank also. And then I'm filtering all the water through there so it's not so it cleans itself out a little bit. So we're gonna see if this works. We got 10 big bad boys in there, and we're gonna cook a couple, see how they taste, and the rest we're just gonna let them see and let them play. So if anybody has questions or concerns, drop a comment down below, or if you have any suggestions on how to make this even better, I'd love to hear about it. Thank you.